Welcome to the Ed Factor, and we're blitzing our way through first impressions of the new Iron Maiden album, Senjutsu, and this is The Longest Day.
We have literally run out of work.
Not The Longest Day, The Darkest Hour. I'm getting my Maiden tracks all mixed up.
Same
Too
thing.
excited.
Same thing.
The Darkest Hour. It's war, it's Winston Churchill.
It's war, it's Winston Churchill.
Mm-hmm.
It's a clip of seagulls, which
Yes.
we have never heard before.
Yeah, there's. I always have really enjoyed when Maiden use samples, which they have done from the Number of the Beast album onwards, and I always think it really adds that bit of cinematic scope to their music.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I cool. It's got like seagulls.
Yeah.
It's obviously referring to.
It's referring to World War II. Specifically, it's referring in my. I've listened to this once, by the way, and it was this morning, before I went to work. It's definitely 1940. It's not. The Longest Day would have been, I would say, D-Day. Well, obviously the film. But this, if you see the film Darkest Hour, we're not going to talk about the movie Darkest Hour. We're talking about the Maiden song Darkest Hour.
Yes.
Britain alone. There's a lot of that in it.
Yes.
And there's a bit about the black dog. If you listen to that in the lyrics,
I
which
heard
is
that.
Churchill's depression.
Yes. That did jump out at me.
6 long years. And I think this is an incredibly good song. This is one of the standout tracks for me of the album.
Okay.
I love it. Because I'm a history buff, because I know you're a history buff too, because specifically I love World War II, and I just think this tells such a story, and it tells a story that isn't told that often. You know, it's not really a Hollywood type of story, but this is what the normal people in Britain during World War II went through.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. So you think
that's my opinion.
Despite there's been a big Hollywood film or
Called
several
Darkest
Hollywood
Hour.
films
Yeah, I
made.
know. Aye, but
About
they're
it,
all
you
about
think it's-
Churchill. This is, I think, more
Yeah, I
about
guess it's a different
the country.
a story. Right.
There's a wee bit
okay.
about Churchill, absolutely, but and I have only listened to it once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
when I was listening to it, I was scribbling notes like fury in the dark. But
Cool.
I thought there's a couple of wee lines that like brushes to swords. I thought to myself it's like home guard sort of.
Right.
Thing. But we haven't talked one iota about the musicality in this song, which is great.
It's probably the music most that I've kind of, I suppose, made a few wee notes on here. I haven't really had time to digest the lyrics. I knew what it was about vaguely. I haven't looked at them too close.
I have to say it's probably the first track in the album that has grabbed me. I have only listened.
So lyrically it
grabbed me,
right
and I
off.
thought, jeez,
Right.
you know, I'm gonna write this down. You know, that's something.
Cool. Well, musically, it's definitely more of a ballad, a Maiden ballad.
Yeah.
I would call it. And it kind of, to me, sounds...
A Maiden ballad, I think. It is weird. It sounds weird.
Yeah, it is like a Maiden.
Yeah,
I suppose
absolutely.
it's odd saying that, but yeah, this is as close to ballads as Maiden get.
Aye, that's true.
It has the kind of out of the shadows vibe.
Yes, it does.
And
it does. I've never really thought about that.
Yeah, and actually, I think it sounds like the quiet bit out of The Lord of Light.
Yeah.
There's a
Love that song.
which I love that song.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of those two tracks, and maybe like the Man of Sorrows off the last album. It's that type of track. I'm sure you get the idea. Like an anthem type thing.
Yeah, it's a real stadium filler, I think.
Yeah, and there's a huge solo in it.
Yeah.
It comes across as a huge solo. Anyway, I think it's like, you know, whoa, he's really going for it. So, interesting. It's one of your, of first impression, it's one of your favourite tracks.
Yeah, I did. I loved it.
It would be one of the weaker ones for me.
Right. Okay.
So I like it, but it didn't. I think we're saying quite a lot of the tracks are curveballs.
Yeah.
And there's quite a lot of new ground in a lot of the tracks, and this would be another one that for me there isn't. That's not a criticism in itself. Not every song needs to be highly experimental or anything.
The chorus in this doesn't go where I expected it to go.
Fair
I
enough.
mentioned that in our video. You've probably seen already.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those ones where I was expecting it to go higher and it goes lower, and I thought again. It's interesting. I thought it was great, yeah, but it did. It was the lyrics
that really grabbed you.
I haven't written anything really about the music. Very quickly scribbled down notes about it, but
we probably need to give it more listens.
Okay, of course we will.
I'm sure we will.
We know you're probably enjoying it no matter what we think about it. So.
But yeah, it's a good track. For me, it's not one of the best tracks. For you, it's really grabbed you.
So
it'll be interesting to see how our opinions change
when we
get more familiar with the album.
Get the honeymoon period over.
Yeah, defo. So let us know what you think.
Keep watching, guys.
The Darkest Hour, and
let us know, please.
We're about to enter the Harris Epic section
of the
album.
RSFR.
Yeah, so Death of the Celts is up next, guys. Up the irons.